Hi, this will be a relatively quick episode. I wanted to show you something that came out in the news recently, and it proves a point I have repeatedly brought up that there are no adults in the room on either side, and that when everyone is a child on both sides, you have what's called Lord of the Flies, total chaos. I'll walk you through it. Take a look. So, the first thing you need to look at is Barack Obama. Barack Obama recently gave a speech where he was heckled. Somebody heckled him in the middle of a speech, and he took the moment to teach people about what this meant in America and why it's wrong. Let's take a listen.
Not only is this an example of what I'm talking about, but it's also an example of how we get distracted. Suddenly, y'all ever see that movie Up, that Disney movie? Remember that dog and the dog's talking? Then squirrel. They turn and that's us. That's us with politics.
All right, just give it a minute. He's going to get to the. I wanted you to see the context for this. He's going to get to the big point in just a second. And they escorted the heckler out, and everybody was very happy. Damn it, they keep. Okay. Give me a second. The computer's playing games with me. I had that queued up perfectly. It'll be worth it. I can't believe this. I had it queued up, and then it moves the queue bar. Technical difficulties. I have no other explanation.
And for the great governor of the great state of Michigan, Richard Whitman.
Okay.
I want to take a moment to say a prayer for a friend of mine, Mr. Paul Pelosi, who was attacked.
This is it.
82 years old, was attacked when somebody broke into his home looking for his wife, Nancy. And thankfully, doctors believe he's going to be okay, but we'll let the investigators do their job. But here's one thing that we can feel, we know. If our rhetoric about each other gets that mean, when we don't just disagree with people, but we start demonizing them, making wild, crazy allegations about them, that creates a dangerous climate. And if elected officials don't do more to explicitly reject that kind of rhetoric, if they tacitly support it or encourage their supporters to stand outside voting places armed with guns, dressed in tactical gear, more people can get hurt.
I agree with Obama's message. What I don't, you finally saw it there. Sorry, that video's loops. It loops the same part over 20 times. You got to find a very specific 12-second part out of it. But that was the point. Here's Obama saying, look, when politicians use violent rhetoric and other politicians don't call them out, people get hurt. As we saw, Donald Trump did that a lot. And as we saw, there was the January 6th coup because of that. And I absolutely agree with Barack Obama on that. But I'd like to point something out that he completely missed. And it's not a good sign for the country. Let me show you.
Really bad. If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be? Does one of us have to come out alive?
So that's the sitting vice president joking about executing other officials, including the president. Nobody criticized Vice President Kamala for that. Let's take a look. Maxine Waters talked about punching and threatening Trump supporters. They called her out on it, and she said, I love that, and I encourage all my supporters to do it. She was never criticized by the Democrats. Joe Biden also said he wanted to punch out Donald Trump behind the bleachers. He was trying to show how he's tough too. Nancy Pelosi said, I wanted to punch him.
I said I would have punched him out. I would have gone to jail, and I would have been happy to do so for our country. But he wouldn't have had the courage to come to the Hill. He's all talk.
So there you go. Now, obviously, I agree there's a lot of dangerous rhetoric on the right. But I just showed you that the president, vice president, Speaker of the House, top three people on the left, and another high-ranking member on the left have all been using this rhetoric. No one called them out. I'm not criticizing, but I'm making this point here. The book is called Lord of the Flies, and it is about a group of boys who are stranded in their disastrous attempt to govern themselves. Now, early on, there's one of them who's pretty reasonable, and he has a conch. Right, here's Ralph and Piggy find the conch, which Ralph uses as a horn to convene survivors to one area. They immediately have elections, and things kind of work because some of these boys are acting like adults. But at some point, there's another group of boys, and they basically kill this other group of boys. Let's see here. In order to the front. Right. And then a trap kills Piggy and shatters the conch. And that's the point. Lord of the Flies was how a group of children come to an island. At the beginning, they begin to make effective government. That's because everybody plays by the rules and nobody talks about killing each other. Then one side says it's okay to kill the other. And then the other side says, well, since you said it's okay to kill us, it's okay for me to kill you. And then everybody starts killing each other and it's total chaos. And that's what we're seeing now. Both sides are using violent rhetoric, and both sides are not criticizing their people when they do it. And as I've said repeatedly, when one side says, you guys use violent rhetoric and we never do it, that's even worse because you're not even recognizing the faults on your own side. As I said, all the adults have left the room. I mean, when Barack Obama can't even recognize the duplicity of his actions, he was one of the most mature presidents ever. There's absolutely no adults in American politics anymore. It's all violent children, Lord of the Flies, all the way down. Wanted to prove it to you, now you saw the proof.